Testing, testing. Okay, great. I am back. Oh man, I've been trying my best not to get spoiled because I've been seeing a lot of
Live to hunt.
stuff online about it, and it seems really good. So I haven't been spoiled so far, but you know, I just been trying to get back into it. The story's pretty good. Oh, this is really nice. I like this a lot.
Which little corner shall we decorate today?
I see. So we need to get.
Which little corner shall we decorate today? I'm always ready to be at your service.
That's great. Thank you. Warehouse. Ah, I see. So you set this up before you go into these domains or dungeons, wherever. Yeah. It's getting pretty cold over here for me, so I'm trying to stay warm. It's a bit of a struggle, but we're fine. We'll make it work.
Here we are.
Hello. Whoa, this is pretty interesting. Bubbles.
I first ended up in this place 2 months ago. It wasn't during a lament occurrence, so I had a bit of time to explore the city.
You still remember what happened?
Vaguely. But I do recall the first occurrence hit 3 days later. At that time, a ridicule bled through the cracks in the gray sky, like the world had been sliced open by an invisible pair of scissors. People, buildings, even space itself. Everything fell into chaos.
Then we need to recreate the city as it was, before the lament, to uncover what really happened.
Who's there?
Yeah, she got really good hearing, if she can hear that.
Sharp as a tack, you two.
Poems? Poems. That's funny. I like that.
Since you've caught on, the game is afoot. Listen up, young folks. This district is full of secrets. I've been staking out this area for 3 days, 5 hours, and, well, a long time. And guess what? I've spotted something really fishy.
Oh yeah?
Those redcoats sneaking around and tinkering every day, mark my words, they're up to no good.
Redcoats? Could it be the Fraxidus?
So, what do you say? Care to join my super detective team and hunt for the truth?
Super detective team and hunt for the truth?
Exactly. Just follow me. We're 2 clues away from cracking this wide open. Well, well. You seem quite familiar with this place, young lady.
So do you.
Okay.
Naturally. That's basic detective work. Wait, over there. That's it.
On the convention. Whoa, guys, it's 2 tap. I shouldn't say that joke. God damn it.
The
What
Fraxidus
is
must have left
this?
this device here.
Vertigo. Slip the light, vertigo crystal. Oh, I cut her off, my bad. Nice. Okay. So we're kind of restoring the city before the lament.
By Jove, my instincts were right. They are up to something shady.
What is this?
These
That's
should
crazy.
be the Fraxidus's experimental devices. Is that a research report?
Objective: expand the Sonoro sphere, identify weak points, contain, lament, control, Sonoro. Interesting, okay.
Huh. First time seeing a report like this. Lament residue. Could that be those iridescent things we just... Why so quiet, all of you?
Sometimes it skips and I don't, when I don't have like, I
Expand
didn't
the
click
Sonoro
anything, so.
sphere. Could that really be their goal?
Yeah, sometimes it skips even though I didn't click anything. I think that's been an issue since like the beginning of the game, so I don't know if it's just like a miscommunication from like the length of time for voice lines to get through, because you know, sometimes, you know, when people are like how languages work, well, like how different languages like talk. Some languages say the same things in like shorter phrases or in like a shorter amount of time. So I guess English, the English voice, I don't know. I guess they try their best to kind of adhere to like that time frame, but you know, sometimes it's like half a second too long or something like that, and it gets cut off. So it's okay. It's not that bad. You can still read it as long as you have subtitles. It's fine.
This is absurd.
It's like they failed judging. Absurd. This is absurd.
If the Sonoro could be controlled, then why hasn't this loop been broken? The left behind are still trapped in this false memory of peace. Controlling it can't be their objective. They're using it. Seeing if each lament occurrence is slower, or the deaths more orderly. It's like throwing people into the fire just to test the temperature.
Yeah, it's messed up.
There might be more clues in other test sites.
We should keep moving.
That's right. There's another one close by. This way.
Lead the way, Nani Poems.
By the way, I didn't expect you to see through my disguise. Keen eyes like yours make you perfect candidates for my super detective team.
And what exactly does this team do?
Why, investigate those red-coated troublemakers, of course. But come to think of it, I haven't seen them around lately. Suspicious.
May I ask, how many members are on this team now?
Just the one capybara. Anyway, we've arrived.
Sorry, I was just like looking at the pedals on the ground to see how like they would react to the wind. Man, that is so good. Like the graphical, it just looks so pretty, you know. Like all the pedals on the ground shifting whenever you like do attacks or like walk over them. It's so nice. That's cool. I like just looking at that. It tickles the brain, you know. All right, split. Let's keep it up.
Another report. Just as we expected.
Expand. Weak points. 7% this time. Okay.
The plot thickens. This one's almost identical to the last report.
Same sequence number, but different data.
So they've been running the same experiments repeatedly, with different results each time, but why are they both labeled as number 20?
Wait a minute, hold on. Are they... So they're running an experiment inside the sonorosphere. But what if the sonorosphere is repeating their own experiment but having a different result? So it's like they're trying to like test it, but in reality the sonorosphere is actually playing with them, right? It's making them repeat the test over and over, except each run is slightly different from the other ones, and they don't even realize it. That's why they labeled the same number, because it's the same. It's like they went back in time.
Nothing. Just thinking about a friend.
The one you mentioned
Yes.
before.
I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you her name. It's Sumika. This is where I first met her. Where our old base was. I left after the lament sliced and stitched this place over and over. And I never returned. Back then, Sumika used to tease me. She'd say I had to map everything out. Route, terrain, vantage points, exits and entrances. All of it. But she always went with her gut. Terrible sense of direction, though. Even
Free
so,
spirit.
she chose to go to that tower alone. I want to go back to see if there's anything we missed.
Sure thing. We
Thank
do need
you
more leads.
for accompanying me.
Yeah, no problem. I get it. We're all in this together. Zoning out detective, you coming with?
Your invitation is appreciated, but a good detective never leaves a case unsolved. I'll take my leave now. It's been a pleasure working with two sharp tools like you. Until next time.
Sounds good, Holmes.
Well then,
Let's go.
A stash of old science magazines. With notes scribbled on a few pages.
I found some too. Must have been Sumika's. She used to read here during her downtime.
What about you?
I'd be with her. Sometimes we'd read the same thing. But most of the time, I'd be maintaining my weapon.
Your scissors. Whoa, cool place. Dang. Interesting. Oh, they're all traffic cones. That's interesting. Examine.
That stash in the corner. They're all clocks.
There used to be more. Sumika collected them.
What is that
placing them
angle?
all across the city.
They know what they're
before
doing, dude.
Gilliland struck.
They know what they're
Then
doing.
She went back to retrieve them, one by one. It was pure madness, but it proved her theory. The closer you get to Neon Tower, the slower time moves. In other words, all of Honami City might be lagging behind the outside world.
Interesting.
Remember that moss-covered watch? That's what first made Sumika notice something was off about this city.
Oh, interesting. Yo, the amber. It's an amber gem. It's a nice
Is
looking
this-
gem.
A piece of amber?
Sumika left it here. Her forte allows her to create amber that stores memories or moments in time.
Oh, that's nice.
Memories or moments.
That's nice. So,
Yes,
is there a way we can see it?
just hold it like this.
Oh! Hand
and you'll see
holding!
what's been preserved inside.
Uncensored hand holding! Let's go. Oh, she's pretty. Day 1, unknown. Sky looks like broken fractured glass. 3:49, sorry. Number 1 minute 40 observations complete. Dark rift. Fall into a black chaotic storm beginning. Forte ceiling. Breakthrough. Say wait for the end. Interesting. Okay. Day 7, cloudy. Moss. Interesting. The plants don't seem bound. Oh, yeah. That's really interesting. Why aren't the plants bound by the reset? Interesting. First place. There is a way out. Okay.
Sumika mentioned the strange flow of time here.
She told me that time within the Sonoro moves slower than it does outside. The plants grow like everything's normal, yet those who died remain trapped in this loop. It's like something very powerful is holding them back.
What's holding them back might just be their unfulfilled longings.
They awakened Namipon to a city that still needs it.
Look,
Another one.
more amber behind us. This piece looks like it was created recently.
Go on. Hold it like you did before.
Abnormal 136. Foods, I just compressed remnant entry, okay. Wait, I want to take her back to the Black Shores. Oh, that's so interesting. So Sumika was part of the Black Shores. Oh shit. That Huh. That is so interesting. Okay. Okay, I see. 159. Cafe. As long as this is. We're making progress. Heart of the city, Neon Tower. This is the outside world. Go to bed. Excuse my watch me, sir. I should have noticed from Sumika's like outfit. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, but yeah, she does look like a Black Shores member. Okay.
But judging from her notes, she really did make it to
You're not gonna
Neon
mention
Tower.
that, bruh.
We need to find a way there. The sooner, the better.
You should mention it to Chisa. Tell her, hey, Sumika was
Let's
part of Black
return to
Shores.
the cafe first. We'll need to check
guess
with
it's not that
Namipar to
important.
see if the belongings we've gathered are enough to guide us to the tower.
Actually, after reading Sumika's notes, I noticed something we might have missed.
What is it?
The lament we're experiencing here in Honami. It doesn't feel like the real thing. It's weaker, like the power is fading.
Welcome back, dear passengers.
If we want real answers, we'll need to reach the lament's source, inside Neon Tower.
Would you like a cup of coconut cheese latte made by yours truly? It's called Cloudy Coconut.
At the very least, we can now confirm this is tied to the Phraxidus' controllable Sonora project.
Hello? Hello?
Ah, sorry. Didn't mean to ignore you. We got a little distracted.
It's okay. I'm used to it. By the way, passenger, there's something I need to tell you. I sensed a frequency that's closely connected to you. It's not from this space, but it's calling for you.
Is it coming from the outside? Is the connection between this Sonoro and the outside world growing stronger?
Correct. It's beyond Honami City. Part of it resonates from within you, but it's not your frequency. What could it be?
Who's Abby? I see. I haven't seen it before. Maybe it's looking for you. Just like Namipon said. But this space should be completely sealed off. Unless the restraints around the Sonoro are weakening. Could it be because of the longings we gathered?
If you're in a hurry to meet it, I can try recalibrating Neon Tower's coordinates, but it'll take a little more time. You seem concerned about this Abby, passenger. Don't worry, passenger. I'll do my best. So please get some rest for those who care about you.
Do you want to take a breather on the terrace? Nice weather today. Rare to see a sunset like this. If Sumiko were here, she'd probably capture this moment in one of her ambers. See that child by the signpost? That's the 7th time I've seen him fall there. The cashier keeps wiping a stain that isn't there. The walls are barely standing, but her uniform is spotless, just like it was. The vending machine is due for restocking, with soda bottles that are already decades old. That cat has been lying there for 2 months, maybe longer. I've only known it for 2. Middle school students are still taking photos of the sky. One that is now torn apart by resonance cords.
Oh my god,
Even
I
their
did it.
eyes, it's still clouds,
I didn't realize it was muted, but
rainbows, the perfect sky of that single day.
I don't know how long I was muted, but I was just saying, you know, I went to Japan, and man, this whole area is very much Japan, like Japan inspired, and man, it's just Japan is one of the most beautiful places to, you know, to visit, and you know, it's just everything looks so clean and it just looks beautiful, you know. It's like it's hard to explain, but yeah, dude, it's such a beautiful place, and this I think what they, you know, how they designed the city, it's kind of reminiscent of it, you know. It's I know obviously it's based on it, but for the most part it's very Japan-esque, you know. But man, I think the one thing that really like makes you think of like Japan is weird. It's weird because this is like a very personal thing, but it's weird because the thing that makes me think of Japan the most is like the vending machines and the sidewalks and like the train, the railroad for the train, like the tram or train to like going across the street. That's the thing, is like not like the big like skyscrapers or like the technology that they, you know, they develop, or not even like, you know, actually, yeah, you know, not like those like center of the city like high tech stuff. And I know Japan is kind of, you know, they're into like a lot of sci-fi stuff, but I think the thing that makes me think of Japan the most is like the vending machines, the sidewalks, like the clean streets, the apartments, like just the buildings, you know, and like the mundane everyday kind of buildings, the trains, things like that. Yeah, and the sky here, and also like part of the culture too of like the temples and the shrines and the like. What last time I went to Japan, I went to Tokyo a little bit, and then I went to Kyoto. And Kyoto, I think, is one of the most beautiful places in Japan. Basically, it's such a pretty place. It's so nice, and it's not like Tokyo for me was like very busy. It's kind of like New York or like one of those mega city places. But for me, I definitely did prefer Tokyo, just because Tokyo was a little bit more quieter. You know, it's not quieter in the sense of like complete silence, because it's still like a tourist spot, but it's not as crowded as Tokyo feels, and there's definitely a sense of like there's more culture in Tokyo, at least from what I could see, or from what I felt. There was more of like a Japanese, I guess, presence there that I could feel, and it just you know, the city is Kyoto is just such a beautiful place. And yeah, I think, you know, if you guys I don't know. I just really want to go back one day just to re-experience it and walk through it again. But yeah, honestly, if, as long as you're being respectful of the place and not causing any problems, I think, just try to. It's not, just try to be respectful of the area and the customs and stuff. So, and try not to impose your own, your own beliefs onto another area, because you're visiting, right? You're visiting, and yes, it's good to have like a strong sense of like right and wrong, but it should also come with the recognition that your ideas, like you're not entitled to force other people to conform to your ideas of what's right and wrong, So, even though you think that you have an idea of what's right and wrong, that doesn't mean you get to enforce that, like impose that idea on other people. So, where was I going with this? I don't know. Let me just keep playing. I don't know how long I was
The
muted.
store keeps playing pop
I hope it
songs from
wasn't
the last
too long.
century. The window that never shut all the way is
Man,
still
yeah, this
stuck at the
building's here.
notch it was left on years ago.
Man.
They've all been left behind in the past. As for me, I'm starting to forget what day it is today.
Man.
This kind of life almost feels like
This shot is so beautiful. Holy fuck. Unsaved file. An anime episode that got cut halfway. I'll say that because I like anime. Wait, hold on. Actually, I don't want to ruin the moment, so I'll just say.
I
Feels like
think
what?
it's kind of like an unanswered call. My parents were always busy. Whenever I missed them, I tried calling, but most of the time, they couldn't answer.
That's
Even when they did,
that's rough.
we never had much to say.
That's really rough.
After I became a resonator and was placed under supervision, those chances became even rarer. I think the things people said about me ended up putting a lot of pressure on them too.
Wait, supervision? So interesting.
In my hometown, resonators aren't really accepted. Someone who can't control their abilities is like a ticking time bomb, feared and resented. I didn't want
Yes.
my parents to suffer because of me. So I thought, maybe if I stayed away, they wouldn't have to deal with the looks or the whispers.
That's really sad. Holy fuck. Do you miss them though? I'm sure you do, right? They're your parents. Maybe a little bit.
I can't say we're very close.
I suppose that's fair.
It's not that I hate them. Things were just ordinary. They had their jobs, I had school. We hardly spent time together.
Oh man, that sucks.
But sometimes I do miss them. Just a little.
I think that's normal. I think that's normal, and I think, yeah, it's tough because I think parents are very having parents is very important to like the development of a child. And it's not to say like you can't have successful people without parents. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying because there's definitely cases, there's definitely people who have, kind of persevered even without like a guardian figure. But I think for the majority of people, having parents is very comforting. It's like that security of, and I think it's important for like when you're young to like be able to mess up a lot, parents are really important because they have that safety net for you. and you know, as a kid, you can you can do dumb shit, right? And yeah, I mean, you can't do it forever, but at least if you do make mistakes, you know, having that security of someone will be there to kind of support you so that you can make those mistakes is really important, because otherwise, you know, you're just gonna have kids who never take risks and then kind of just go through, and then one day, you know, maybe they make a mistake and they don't know how to handle it because they never, you know, they were trained that they couldn't make mistakes because they don't have that safety net, or if they get older and then they decide, you know, screw it, just make all the mistakes, and then at that point there's no safety net at all to protect them, and you know, the mistakes they make are a lot more impactful because, you know, people, there's like an assumption that at the older you get, the more responsibility you should be able to maintain, and that is true to an extent, right? Because, you know, I'm not gonna trust like an 8-year-old with the same responsibilities as like a 30-year-old, right? 30-year-old, you can drive, you can, you know, you can drive, you can go to work, you can make money, you can support other people, but an 8-year-old, 8-year-old, you're 8 years old, just go have fun, play around, you know, make mistakes, do dumb stuff, you know, not too dumb, but, you know, at least make, you know, take risks that you won't be able to later on, you know. And I think having parents to support those risks is pretty important, because even if you fail, even if the risks you take don't work out, you know, you're not starting from zero all over again, right? You know, because it's a lot different for an 8-year-old to have invested like 4 years, or, you know, an 8-year-old to invested like 2 years of his life into like, I don't know, piano or violin, and then after 2 years decide, it's not really for me, you know, I want to do something else. I mean, he still has parents that are going to support him and say, hey, you know, we spent 2 years to, you know, paying funds and doing all that, or maybe this kid that we have spent 2 years putting his effort into something, and at the end it wasn't what he thought it was, right? That's fine, because the parents are there to like support and provide that safety net and say, hey, we get it, you're still finding yourself, it took 2 years to do it, it took 2 years, you know, 2 years spent, it's not wasted, right? It's not wasted at that point because you're still a kid. It's 2 years that is spent learning more about yourself, and I think that's really important for kids. And it's a totally different story when you're talking about like a, I don't know, a 40, like a 29, 30-year-old guy who spends like 5 years of his life learning piano, and then at the end of it decides, oh man, it's not for me. And at that point, it's a lot harder to fall back onto your like support network, or if, you know, on your support networks to support you into like restarting everything and doing something else, you know. It's a lot harder to do that, you know, because people always say, you know, like, try to follow your dreams and all that, but it's really, you know, they usually tell that to like kids, you know, because kids have that support network. For the older folks, and it's not to say like older people they can't do that, it's just a lot harder and it takes a lot more commitment to do it because you're starting basically from zero. And you know, in a perfect world, no matter who you were or where you are in life, you should always, you know, in a perfect world, you'd have that option to kind of go back and try other pathways, you know. But it's not perfect. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's what we have right now, right? So we kind of, you know, we do our best to make the most of it, and I think supporting the youth is really important. And I think part of it is, a big part of it, of supporting the youth, is having good parents, or at least good guardians, right? At least having good mentors, good father and mother figures to support, you know, kind of guide the children, right? Because, you know, so that they don't have too many regrets when they get older. And you know, I'm lucky. I have really good parents, you know. You know, I don't really talk about them much, but they're really, you know, I'm really grateful for them. Okay. Yeah, so that's why you gotta leave, Chisa. You gotta come back to him. You need to go back to keep living life.
I really,
How long you been here?
really want to end this vicious loop.
Yeah, you
I've
will.
already tried so many times, but the outcome is always the same.
You haven't stopped trying though.
Every time the lament struck, you moved toward Neon Tower, against the tide of fleeing citizens, knowing full well it was the most dangerous place to be. You knew you couldn't save those who were already gone, and still you reached out, to the mother and daughter, to the injured young man, to me when I first fell into the city. You knew that in this endless loop, saving someone didn't change a thing. But still, not once did you ignore a cry for help.
That is really strong.
So, you appeared
That is really strong.
at a
Holy.
time no one should have. In the most dangerous place, beneath the lament's shadow. It wasn't luck or coincidence. The Sonoro isn't fully sealed anymore. So Mika cracked it open, and from the moment we met, the loop had already begun to loosen.
Which means there's a chance to break it completely. I'm willing to put my faith in you. Let's seize that chance together.
It's just such a beautiful game. Holy fuck.
Why would you?
Because we're partners. Isn't it only natural for me to trust you?
God damn it. This is so adorable.
Jesus, passenger!
Got a problem?
I just confirmed Neon Tower's coordinates.
Oh man. This fucking game, dude. I'm of the opinion that it's less about what the story tells you and more about what the story makes you feel. And how do I say it in a better way? It's more about, it's hard to explain, you know. I do think Wuthering Waves has really perfected the craft of making the player feel things, and I think, you know, for making art, right, like an art form of like gaming as an art form, I think it's definitely more about what the player feels than the actual story itself, because the story could be, you know, confusing, it could be like all over the place, but you know, it's as long as the player feels something, then I think you made a good story, right? And this definitely is one of those games where they consistently make me feel like tearing up or something. Yeah, I know one of their inspirations for Wuthering Waves was Nier Automata. Dude, that game is so good too. I love Nier Automata. But, yeah, that game made me feel a lot of things. This one's looking like it's doing the same. It's a goddamn gacha game.
The way to Neon Tower is in disarray, but lucky us, we've got this. Press this. And that should do it. Now we have a route to the tower's base. Once you're all set, we can move out.
Alright. Cafe decor?
What corner shall we
Anything?
decorate
Okay,
today?
yeah.
I'm always ready to be at your service.
Man, this goddamn game, it's so good. Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna pause it here just to check my recording, make sure everything went through okay. But I'll definitely play a little bit more later. So, god damn, Chisa is such a beautiful character. I know, like, you know, if you look at someone like Galbrena, she has like a lot of details about like god slaying, titan slaying. She's got a lot of skin too, right? But I do really like how they went with Chisa's design of being more low-key. I know a lot of people say Chisa's design is kind of boring. I personally don't think it's that boring. I actually like it a lot, and I think a big part is that because, you know, it's the sailor outfit, so she's a student, but it's also kind of like a return to form. So if you look at Rover, you know, Rover, he's cool. I also think female Rover is really cool too, but both of them, you could argue, is kind of on the same level as Chisa in terms of how basic they look. It's just, you know, it's just an undershirt with a, you know, black jacket, black pants, some details here and there that kind of look like Jinjo stuff, Jinjo architecture, like a pack right there on his belt. But yeah, otherwise he's not super interesting, right? I mean, the belt on his back for his that crosses over his trapezius, those are cool too. Chisa, honestly, it's kind of on the same level, you know. He's got those sleeves, got the giant, the big jacket, like the rips, the tears at the edge of the jacket, her skirts. She's got like bandages to cover up like her wounds. It kind of tells you a story of how long she's been here, right? Because no other character has those bandages, right? At least I don't think. Even Galbrena, she's probably been traveling for, I don't know, most of her life, and she's showing so much skin. She doesn't have bandages. She's just a regular person, and she's been living here for ages, so of course she'd have bandages, right? Because, you know, how else are you going to treat your wounds? And if you keep resetting time like this, do your wounds even heal, right? And the thing is, and I think a big part is also her hair, because it's so, her hair is really pretty, and I'm not a fan of the hairstyle, but I can appreciate the detail they put in her hair, right? So, like, look at her bangs. Her bangs move. Each individual like part, they move, right? And I think also a big part of why she kind of looks quote unquote bland is because her hair kind of covers her back. So if you look at Galbrena, you can see her entire like design in the back. You can see like the feathers on her waist, the giant like feather cloak here on the side, the fiery tips of her dress down on the bottom there. Chisa, you don't really see that much detail from the back, right? You just see like her hair, and that's it, right? But if you kind of like, there is still detail in the back there, just like the sailor, like I forgot, there's like a neckerchief, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, the I don't know if it's a neckerchief, but it's like the sailor kind of flap in the back is there. It's like a different, it's like a whole, it's like an actual model instead of being just like a texture, you know? And the jacket is very much reminiscent of like Rover's kind of utilitarian jacket of like, and design of just being very functional, you know? Other characters, like for like most of the Arena Seated cast, they're very flashy. They're kind of like how do I show it off? Maybe this one. Yeah. So
the experiment begins.
So he's pretty, you know, he's pretty flashy. I'd say he's very high tech kind of flashiness. Changli, she's very. Actually, most of Jinzhou is actually kind of low key, but they have their style in different ways. And I do think that Chisa is similar, where she has a definite style to them. She has a different style, but it's a very low key style. You know, it's not something that kind of screams at you. Cartethia definitely screams at you, right? Like, especially in her her alternate form, it's very big. It's very in your face.
Would you like
Chaukona, same
see the
thing.
future of the world,
Right, you
but
can
I
tell a
doubt
lot
we can
about the
predict
character
which
from the
song
design
people
here.
will play tomorrow.
So you can tell a lot about the design. You got the very green aesthetic, green contrasting with her hair here, as well as this little microphone here. Kind of tells you a lot about like her profession as a bard. And then you got like Yuno, priestess,
I remain the anchor.
I shall have no one.
Lupa, especially
tarnishing
Lupa, because you can
victory's
definitely
honor.
see like the gladiator
Where my
aesthetic here.
blades lead
Oh man, Augusta has so much style,
triumph
you know.
follows.
Even Zani, and Zani is just basically an office worker, right? But when you compare it with something like Chisa, you know, Chisa, I'd argue has like the same amount of like depth, right? You can see her design, like she's got the neckerchief here, with the cuts here in her neckerchief. You got the open sleeves because she's all about like separating, like with the scissors, right? You got the badge here, which is, I don't even know what that is. I think that's like a student card or something. with the ribbon in her hair. There's definitely a lot of like pieces to the puzzle that you kind of have to put together. Oh, it's a zipper back here. Oh, it's clear in the back. I didn't even notice that. So this might actually be like a raincoat. This might actually be a raincoat that she kind of repurposed as like a utilitarian jacket. See, there's even like holes here. There's like, you know, there's details of like wear and tear that's not super obvious to like the naked eye. So when you look at this, it's like just, you know, a basic kind of schoolgirl-esque design. But if you kind of look deeper, you can see like this part's torn. You're supposed to tuck this into your shirt, but it's due to how much she's actually fighting. There's like wear and tear. There's like issues all around. And despite all that, you know, she's still keeping up with her, you know, her hair, her eyes. You know, kind of tells you a lot about the things that she's been through. So anyway, I do like her design a lot. I'm not a fan of the hair, but I can appreciate like the amount of artwork and fidelity that went into making her hair, like each strand flow like this, each part of her bangs kind of flow like that. You know, all the moving parts that come together to make a pretty model. You know, so. Also, I should show off my stats. I think I'm pretty lucky. I think I got most of the echoes I need, so this one's okay. Got some recharge there, that's good. Recharge here is good. This one, okay, so these two I just stole from dungeon. This one I upgraded myself, but using a dungeon artifact, or echo. And then this one I got pretty lucky. I'm still waiting on one more piece from the nightmare echoes to fix this, but other than that, I mean yeah, I think the build's coming together pretty well. Yeah, I upgraded almost everything to 7 at least. I'm not sure if I'm gonna take it to 10 yet. I took these two to 10 because I think these two are the most important. This one's for healing, I think, and this one's for like the actual damage. This part I might upgrade, but I don't know if it's that important. We'll see. I'm running low on credits anyway, so. But yeah, Chisa is definitely one of my favorite characters in this game. I've always been a fan of like the kind of the low-key kind of characters, the ones that don't stand out too much. Kind of, you know, just chill out in the back. You don't need to stand out too much, you know. But you know, Chisa is definitely one of those characters that I really like. I'm not sure if she's on the same level as like a shorekeeper, but she is pretty up there, you know. So I do like both of those characters. They're very good looking. Oh, I still need to play Chuyan. I do think Chuyan is pretty cool too. I like her. I like his design of,
the bullet?
you know,
That's your call.
the flute and stuff.
Never stop.
But he's just not my favorite, like my most favorite character at the moment. God, sorry, I've been getting so many emails that's just kind of annoying. Good God, okay. So many emails, bro. God damn it. Okay, where was I? For the last couple minutes, I did just want to go through my weapons, because I do have a lot of weapons that I need to upgrade. Specifically Yuno's and Chakona's. I think Chakona needs her weapon more than Yuno does right now, so I'm gonna upgrade this one. And it is a crit weapon too, so that's important to get this up as soon as I can. So yeah, story is really, really good. I like it a lot. I don't know, I've heard this like filler story, but you know, you need filler once in a while, right? You can't just be, you know, on all the time, otherwise it just gets kind of tiring, right? Because think about it, if you're basically having like world-ending disasters every update, I mean, it's like people know what to expect at that point, and it's like, okay, this part we're gonna take on some big bad, you know, it's gonna get stale. And I think for engagement's sake, like having this as an introductory to 3.0, and I'm not even sure if it is an introductory. I hope it is, because if it's just like a standalone story, it might be kind of disconnected with whatever comes next. But you know, I do think this is one of the better games out there, and this is definitely one of those, you know, that scene on the rooftop with Chisa is I don't know, for some reason it hit me really hard. It just hits hard, you know. And yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever comes next. I need to farm credits, so I'm gonna farm that for. Oh, interesting. Yeah, sure. I'll use it for credits. I don't give a damn. I can farm it. I have a ton of fuel reserves, so it's fine. Like 120 something fuel reserves, so I should be fine to farm more if I need to. Oh shit, I'm out of credits already. Okay. And another one. And another one. Nice. Okay, so that should get me to 80, and I do need to get to 90. Just need to get to 90 now. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I think that's it for me today. I'm gonna log off
The
and
divinity may foresee the future of the world, but I doubt they can predict which song people will play tomorrow.
that's great. But yeah, I'm gonna chill out for the rest of the day. We'll play more maybe tomorrow or maybe in a couple hours if I'm feeling up to it. But yeah, pretty much. I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope the recording wasn't too scuffed because I think I was muted for like a good half hour or so. Oh man, that was really embarrassing. So yeah, I'm gonna end the recording here and just see if I can fix anything here. Okay? Yeah, see ya.